Video games mean a lot to me. It was a great bonding time for me when I was growing up.
Video games is definitely an escape for me.
Video games are a way for me to relieve stress and to have fun when I'm either by myself and want to have fun with my friends.
They present a challenge, they let me talk to my friends, compete with them.
I've been playing games for as long as I can remember.
There's so many amazing things about video games.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been playing games since I was like 5. Started out with like Need for Speed, Final Fantasy, all those games, and as I got older, I just kept being into it. And once I hit the age of 13, I started gaming online, and I've been really big into Halo.
Video games mean a lot to me. They really changed my life. Like when I was about in kindergarten, I picked up a Game Boy, and just felt amazing in my hands to play. It fit right, and I made so many new friends at school, like in elementary school.
I remember when I was a little kid, I used to play on the computer all the time with my dad, and I would just play all these racing games, and then one day the computer just crashed so bad, and my dad says, okay, we're gonna buy a PlayStation right now. Just get in the car, we're going. And that started the addiction for me.
Oh, I've started gaming ever since I was in college, or even before then. That had to be a little over 30 years ago.
When I was about maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, my uncle, he let me play on his Sega Genesis, and it was an experience for me because it's just like, wow, like this handheld thing is controlling what's on the screen. Like that's basically what I got from it. Like he made me play like GTA and all that weird stuff, like things that a 6-year-old probably shouldn't play. But I enjoyed it, and from there it just took off.
The most interesting thing about video games to me is the opportunity to explore new realms and to explore different opportunities that you wouldn't be able to in a normal society.
Well, when you have a large group of people playing a single game, then that game really defines how those people react, and it shows in their nature. For example, you play a lot of Pokemon, you become very in tune to the culture of it and what people talk about it, and you just become very into that one franchise. And when you're with other people with that, you either make a lot of friends or you make rivals, which can also be very healthy for competition.
I like video games so much because it's something I can do with all my friends on like a rainy day or on a nice day. I just like all the characters and the missions inside the game.
It's the people that it brings together, you know? Like now we're kind of esports and more like massively multiplayer online games, MOBAs, things like that. It's kind of the relationships that people make throughout connecting with it. It used to be a thing that only weird shed-ins did. Like no one really played that many video games when I was kind of growing up. But now it's part of our culture. It's like video games are constant in our culture. It's not like video games are gonna go away. It's not like you'd be like, oh, he's set up playing video games, he's a nerd. Like that's what everyone does. Like everyone plays video games for the most part, at least.
Because one, we got the special pre-order bonuses, but everyone wants that. All these games, how it looked now from just being a flat screen to like actual dimensions, actual shadows, and how everything progresses throughout the years.
I think it's, like I was saying before, the fact that you could be anyone you want to be and do anything you want to do, and people want to experience, you know, we can only experience so much in our lifetime, so the ability to then go into a video game and see and do things that we may not get a chance to do allows just endless possibilities and endless experiences, and is the closest, is a lot closer than just imagining it.
It was Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I want to say. I went me and my friend Mike. We were going for Black Ops 2, and we were waiting online. We got there like an extra hour, 2 hours early, and they had this big case of Red Bull. right by the door. And throughout the entire night, we started taking case after case of Red Bull until we literally had every single case that they put outside.
Probably all of Final Fantasy VII, like playing that game from the minute like you see the cinematic opening to the cinematic ending to the credits.
My dad got me this one video game off of Zelda, on Zelda for regular Nintendo. In order to actually play the video game, I had to read on the screen. So in order to know what to do and what potion to use, I had to learn how to read the words.
Touchdown! Okay. One of my favorite video game stories was before they had party chat on Xbox Live, which basically lets you talk to a group of friends, which you think would be like the standard issue, like, hey, I'm gonna just talk to my group of friends. There used to only be game chat. So you used to be able to talk to everyone in the lobby, whether they be an opponent or on your team. And my favorite game is Gears of War, hands down. And there was a moment where we would just talk back and forth, me and my 3 friends, and this guy and his 3 friends, and we were just back and forth talking so much. And finally, it came down, it's like a story, like it couldn't have been more cheesy and written. It was me versus him, and I sniped his head off, and it was the most gratifying feeling in the world because that kid had nothing left to say. And then of course, you got lucky, and it's like, no dude, like I beat you straight out.
Video games are a part of my life.
Video games are a way of fun.
Video games are a journey.
Video games are great. I love them. I'm 60 years old and I love them.